With a lot of positivity, I think. Look, I think it's, we're not in the position on the league table where we'd perhaps like to be, but I think we're in striking distance of the teams above us. We've still got those guys to play as well, but I think we've got to reflect on the positive things that we've done. We've saved games from where we've been really far behind in games, and guys have batted outstandingly well to get us in positions where we've been able to save some games. So we're still in the hunt. We've been unbeaten in 5 out of the 6 games, and can't ask much more than that.
Talking about saving those games, that's still a big part of a squad's development, isn't it? Perhaps maybe 2 or 3 years ago, a couple of those games we might have lost. So the character in that dressing room has really grown.
100%. I think, the senior players obviously stepping up. Sam Hain has been outstanding all year. Matt Lamb has had a really, really good start to the year. And obviously Burgee in the first part, and obviously his 96 at Headingley got us up to a respectable total in the end. So 3 guys there have really, really stood up with the bat this year, and really pleasing to see, I guess, as a captain, to see guys who perhaps might not have had the years that they did last year or wanted to last year to really step up this year in the first 6 games.
The games came quite thick and fast. When games were finishing on Sunday, you'd have one day off on the Monday and you were straight back at it on a Tuesday. It's really hard to reflect, isn't it? Hard to change things during that period. What are you now as captain potentially going to look at over the next few weeks ahead of the next block of games? I
think we'll obviously sit down with Robbo and the coaches just to see areas of our team where we can improve. The makeup of the team perhaps might need to change. Obviously, we might have some guys coming back from injuries and illness as well, so that will obviously play a factor in selection. But it's all positive. It's this is the bread and butter of the season now, the middle of the season, in and around T20s. Other people will lose players to injuries, and hopefully we can get a few players back, and it'll stand us in good stead.
Still plenty of games to play, and against teams that are higher up in the league.
Absolutely, we've still got Surrey at the Oval, which is always a really good trip. And an exciting fixture for a few of the boys. Hampshire twice, Lancs here at home next. So yeah, a lot of crucial games. But the end of the season is still a long way off. We saw how quickly it can change last year, just in a matter of a couple of weeks. Obviously, teams above us have got to play each other as well. So if we can sneak over the line in a couple of games or keep getting good draws, then we'll keep picking up points around us.
How do you reflect on your start of the season?
It started horrendously on a personal point, but the last 2 weeks have been really pleasing. Pretty low spot actually, but obviously the help of Robbo, Farby, chatting to those guys, Kate Green, the psychologist, who's known me for a very, very long time, almost knows my game inside out, and she's not even a cricket coach, I guess, but she's been fantastic for me off the field, and working with a few things with her in the last couple of weeks has really helped. Obviously, the 99 was it's one of those things when you're going through a bad run of form, it was always meant to be that 99, but, to go to my own place in Headingley and get 100 was fantastic, and finish that block of games really well.
It's difficult. You almost have to sacrifice yourself in situations. You're the guy that moves around the batting order to fit other guys in. You're having to bowl more overs. It's difficult for you, isn't it? But you're 100% committed to doing it all. 100%.
It's something that you sign up to as captain. You want to be that all-in-one cricketer, and if it means I have to move, then it means I have to move. That's absolutely fine. Obviously the bowling with losing Brezzy and losing that key player at number 7, number 8, wherever he batted last year, and bowling his overs as well. The emphasis has been a little bit more for me there, and Briggsy as well, taking up more of a role. So it's one of them things, obviously rest up and enjoy the T20s in the next couple of weeks before we go again against Lancashire.
Yeah, you'll be busting the gut to get into that team, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously Carlos has come in and set his stall out really well as captain. Obviously just spoke there in the meeting that we've just had, and we've signed some great players as well. Sterling, Davo, Chris Benjamin, only played 2 games for us last year, didn't he? So it's almost like we've got 3 new signings for T20s there, and obviously Carlos as captain. So for me, it'll be a chance for me to enjoy, not being captain. Obviously, if he still needs me, I'll be around. But obviously, he's a very, very experienced captain, very experienced T20 player, been all around the world. So he probably won't need much of me, I think.